Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. Today, we're taking a closer look at the ongoing developments in the Middle East, particularly in Syria. The Syrian government has been working to consolidate its authority over the country, nearly a year and a half after President Ahmed al-Sharaa ousted Bashar al-Assad. However, the region still poses significant challenges, including the lingering threat of extremist groups. Recently, Islamic State claimed responsibility for a deadly attack on Syrian government forces in the eastern province of Hasaka. The attack, which occurred on Monday, killed 2 Syrian army soldiers and wounded several others. This incident marks the first deadly operation by Islamic State against the Syrian government since February. The attack is a reminder that, despite efforts to combat extremism, groups like Islamic State continue to pose a threat to stability in the region. President al-Sharaa has a complex history with extremist groups, having previously led the al-Qaeda-linked Nusra Front during the Civil War before severing ties with al-Qaeda in 2016. The Syrian government under al-Sharaa has joined the US-led coalition to combat Islamic State, and the country is still recovering from the devastating effects of the civil war. The international community remains involved in efforts to broker peace and stability in the region, but challenges persist. In related news, the European Union is grappling with its own response to global crises, including those in the Middle East. The EU has been criticized for its lack of a unified and effective foreign policy, particularly in regards to its relationships with major world powers like the United States and China. We'll continue to monitor developments in Syria and the broader region and explore the implications for global politics. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. Today, we're focusing on 2 key stories related to President Donald Trump. First, let's discuss the president's upcoming medical checkup, scheduled for the end of May at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. This will be his 4th publicized visit to medical experts since returning to office, and is described by the White House as an annual physical and regular preventive care. As we know, President Trump is turning 80 next month, making him the oldest person ever elected U.S. president. His health has been under tremendous scrutiny, and this checkup comes after he recently remarked on feeling good, despite his age. He even joked about his exercise regimen, saying he works out for about 1 minute a day. It's also worth noting that last year, Trump had an annual physical exam where his doctor reported him as fully fit to serve as commander-in-chief. The president has been open about taking aspirin to reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke, and has undergone various medical exams during his time in office. In another development, President Trump is also scheduled for a dental evaluation later this month. This follows recent visits to a local dentist near his estate in Florida. The checkup is set to take place about 10 days after he returns from a summit in Beijing with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. As we continue to follow these stories, it's essential to remember the importance of health and transparency, especially for public figures like the president. We will keep you updated on any developments regarding President Trump's health and other significant news stories. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we close out today's show, I want to bring to your attention a developing story that's been unfolding in Haiti. The Caribbean nation has been plagued by gang violence, which has led to the displacement of over 1.4 million people, according to the International Organization for Migration. Just recently, hospitals in the capital city of Port-au-Prince have been evacuated, and aid group Doctors Without Borders, also known as MSF, has suspended its activities in the area due to intense fighting between rival gangs. The situation on the ground is dire, with gunfire and violence forcing many to flee their homes. The United Nations estimates that over 5,000 people have been displaced in just 2 weeks, and the number of internally displaced persons in Haiti now stands at around 12% of the population. This crisis has been exacerbated by the lack of a functioning government, with Haiti's last president being murdered in 2021 and no elections having taken place since 2016. As the first report on this story, I'm reminded of the complexities and challenges that exist in countries like Haiti, where poverty, violence, and political instability have become all too familiar. It's essential to approach this topic with empathy and understanding, recognizing that the people of Haiti are not just statistics or headlines, but human beings deserving of dignity, safety, and opportunity. The international community has a role to play in supporting Haiti during this difficult time. The United Nations has pledged to deploy additional troops to help restore security, and other organizations are working to provide humanitarian aid to those affected by the violence. However, more needs to be done to address the root causes of this crisis and to support the people of Haiti in their quest for peace, stability, and prosperity. As we conclude today's show, I want to encourage our listeners to stay informed about the situation in Haiti and to consider ways in which they can support organizations working to make a positive difference on the ground. By staying engaged and informed, we can help bring attention to this critical issue and work towards creating a more just and equitable world for all. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.